Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana269. As you may remember, Hanuman got the better of a Rakshasi. On that heavenly track, Hanuman flew, and his mind was set on one thing, to reach Ravana's city Lanka as soon as he could, and to look for Sita, the queen of Rama. There was a Rakshasi by name Simika, who saw him pass by. She desired to eat him up. She grasped his shadow and pulled it toward her. Hanuman felt the pull and looked around to find out what was happening. He saw the dreadful form of Simika rising out of the sea. He realized that this was the impediment in his path. He grew in size, and she opened her mouth at once, and it stretched from the waters to the skies. From where he was, Hanuman could see into her mouth, and contracting himself suddenly, he leaped into her mouth like the sudden fall of Indra's Vajra. He killed her, and quickly returned to where he was. Growing back to his old size, he traveled as though nothing had happened. Like Garuda, he flew straight and smooth. He had covered most of the distance. The 100 yojanas had diminished now to a much smaller size. Hanuman cast his eyes around, and he saw trees and forest, which indicated that he was nearing land. He saw the gardens which grew on the mountain by name Malaya. He passed several small rivers and their tributaries, and while nearly at the end of his journey, he told himself, "This form of mine is too big. If I land thus in Lanka, the Rakshasas will be curious, and it will not be possible for me to enter the city without being noticed." Hanuman made himself small and insignificant. He looked like a Jnani who, having shed all moha, could now realize the Atman. He was now almost a tiny person, just 3 foot in height. He reached the opposite shore of the sea. He landed on the peak of a hill by name Lamba. From there, he had the first glimpse of Lanka. Hanuman had crossed the sea, which was 100 yojanas wide, and he had reached the other shore. 2. Hanuman enters Lanka. The impossible had been achieved, and Hanuman was not even aware of his magnificent accomplishment. He stood on the peak of the hill on which he had landed and cast his eyes toward Lanka. It was situated on top of the hill by name Trikuta. He decided to get a closer view, and he walked through the flowering trees and forests. The ground was soft and green, covered with luscious grass, and the perfume of the flowers was borne by the passing breeze. He looked at Lanka and saw that it was surrounded on all sides by trees of every description. He went nearer, and he could see the mansions, which were glittering in the evening light. He also saw the guards to the city. Hanuman could see the wide and fearful moat which was surrounding the city on all sides. From where he was, Hanuman could see the wide roads, which were clean and white, and he thought that Lanka would be just as beautiful as Amarvati, the city of Indra. Situated, as it was on top of a hill, the city gave the impression that it was floating in the air. Hanuman was lost in thought as he walked slowly toward the city. He had reached the northern gates of Lanka, and he saw the fierce Rakshasas who were guarding it. Hanuman told himself, the city is so well guarded that it will not be possible to enter it, even if all the Vanaras are able to come here. Even the Devas will not be able to conquer Lanka. Guarded as it is so well, even Rama with his powerful arms will find it hard to enter the city. Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.